Hey guys, welcome back to the Side Hustle channel. My name is George Poulos and I have been absolutely grinding on the Amazon Influencer Program, TikTok Shop, brand deals, and things like this. So this is my monthly series where I check in about my earnings and learnings. Basically, we look at all my different pieces of income from this business. We see what I earned in the previous month. Now, as a disclaimer, I'm tracking this based on when the money hits my bank account. So in many cases, the money was actually earned the previous month or even 2 months prior. But that's just how it works well with my brain to track these things. And in addition to sharing the earnings, as I share them, it always kind of gets me talking about what I'm learning in this business, my insights over the past month, and my intentions going forward. And of course, we've crossed into a new year. So in addition to sharing all of this, I will also share my intentions for the new year in this business and what I'm thinking and seeing and, where I think I'm heading and all of this. So let's get into it. Before we get into it, I'm going to do a little disclaimer or just share something that's kind of fun for me. And I'm going to talk about this more because it's actually very relevant to where I think I'm heading in the future with this business. I'm recording this video in a new way. So you might not be able to tell. It's probably going to look exactly the same as the other ones, but I'm actually recording this with no editing. So I'm kind of streaming. It's more of like a streaming setup with OBS. I don't want to get too technical in this video, but I figured out how to link up my camera so I could screen record with my face right there, no editing required. In the past, I actually filmed on a camera, screen recorded separately, synced up the audio, edited it together. Sometimes I would edit out pauses and stuff. But I've kind of been on this journey. Well, I guess we're getting into the update now. I've kind of been on this journey of letting go of editing and shifting into a more, learning how to just talk in one take, not only for videos like this, but also on another YouTube channel I started that I'll mention briefly, as well as in my review videos. I'm trying to cut out that editing process as much as I can. So this software that I'm using, OBS, and I just invested in a little bit of gear, not too much. I already had the camera, but I've been able to set up the camera. So yeah, I can capture directly from my computer, which is pretty cool. I even just now figured out how to swap from a face cam to an overhead shot without any editing whatsoever. So I've unlocked a new skill, but I'm getting way ahead of myself. Let's look at the numbers here. So basically the way this spreadsheet works, if you're new here, is I have the different columns of how I earn money in this business right here. And at the bottom here, I just have a note of what is involved in that business. And then it's sorted by date. And we're going to just jump right into the earnings for December. Okay, so how much did I earn on Amazon, which includes the influencer program? And that's the bulk of it. There's also the associates program, which is actually pretty decent. I mean, it's minuscule compared to the influencer program, but it's a decent piece of the pie. Associate refers to off-site commissions. Influencer refers to on-site. And maybe I'll just add that. That'd be a nice clarification. So that's on-site. This is off-site. So that's pretty much coming from the YouTube, the dedicated channel I have just to post all of my Amazon reviews. And there's affiliate links in those descriptions. And I'm also part of the Amazon merch program. Sometimes I'll get $5 from that, so it's pretty much irrelevant, but I do add it to the Amazon column. And we did significantly less of a paycheck than the prior 2 months. I guess that's how it goes. I was a little disappointed to see it so low, I'm not going to lie, but yeah, we went from consistent 1,600 months down to below 1,000, but that is okay. That's what it is sometimes. That's why we have multiple streams of income that we're trying to build here. And then let's move on to YouTube. So I have a few channels on YouTube. Something that I need to work out going forward is like I'm kind of overwhelmed by how many YouTube channels I have, and I'm not. Sometimes I get overwhelmed about which ones I want to focus on. Like, for example, you're watching my side hustle channel. This is where I share my side hustle journey. I also have my review channel where I post all my Amazon reviews. I also have my OG YouTube channel, which is how I started my self-employment journey as a skateboarding vlogger. And I also have I made a second channel at that point after the skate channel that's kind of dead now. But I also just made a new channel where I kind of just share insights and stuff because I'm also a meditation teacher. So I share insights on that kind of inner journey on a brand new channel. So I'm like, that's something I'm thinking about. Maybe I should, cut it down a little bit and make it less overwhelming. But for now, I've got like 100 YouTube channels, and in total, I got an AdSense paycheck of $204.58 in December. This paycheck had some rollover because I didn't cross the $100 threshold in November. So this is actually 2 months of income right here. So YouTube AdSense is pretty low. One of my major goals for 2025 is I really want to hit AdSense monetization on my review channel where I post the product videos. I'm so eager. I've already passed 4,000 hours of watch time, so I'm just waiting for that subscriber count to inch up past 1,000, and I'll immediately be enabled for AdSense monetization. And that's actually the channel where I'm posting the most videos right now, and a lot of them get like 2 views, but some of them get like a few hundred. Some of them even cross into the thousands of views. So I'm pretty eager to add that income stream, which involves no additional work on my part. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, and all of a sudden I'm going to be making more YouTube ad revenue every month. So I'm super excited about that. Hey, if you want to help me get to that 1,000, I think I'm somewhere in the mid 500s now. I'll drop a link to my review channel in the description if you want to subscribe. I mean, your sub box is going to be overwhelmed by a massive amount of product videos, but if you're into that. So freelance. Okay, so freelance. And I have a note here, a couple high-paying UGC deals, lots of low-paying Amazon deals, and a public speaking gig, which is kind of random, but it was really fun. That one was satisfying for my soul. Anyways, a major thing that has shifted for me is I have kind of shifted from really focusing on just the commissions on Amazon to really prioritizing more brand deals. So I get brand deals on Fiverr direct from sellers reaching out on email, and sometimes they reach direct through Instagram or whatever. But brand deals with Amazon sellers and also TikTok shop sellers, that has started rolling for me a little bit as well. And you can see right here why this is intriguing for me. You can't really predict the Amazon income, so it's been really nice to just get these brand deals going. And I actually remember, now that I'm sharing that, someone commented asking me how I think about brand deals, so I do want to share that. And once I finish recording this video, I will heck it, I'm gonna answer it right now, and maybe I'll cut this out as a separate clip. But so how do I think about brand deals as an Amazon influencer and a TikTok shop affiliate? So as an Amazon influencer and a TikTok shop affiliate, we can offer a service to sellers of products, and that service is we create a video about those products, in our style, the way we like to do it, and we post it to our page. And that is a service because for the Amazon seller, then they have a video on their listing that prospective customers can watch and help them make a purchasing decision. As a TikTok shop affiliate, it's similar but a little bit different. A seller of a TikTok Shop product pays us to create a video. Our followers are going to see it. It might get picked up in the algorithm. There are also usage rights that could be, if the seller just wants to use the video for their own purposes or use it in ads, there could be usage rights involved. So that could be an upcharge. But basically, we, as these video creators, we have this service that we can offer sellers. So this is where the brand deals come from. Now, how have I been thinking about this? I see that there are three ways to get products from sellers. There's three ways to get products as affiliate marketing video creator or whatever you want to call yourself. One is to invest in the products, like just buy products and then make videos about them. And this has been very successful for me. My top earning product, period, that's continuing to be my top earning product on Amazon is a product that I purchased myself. I have made strategic purchases and I've been really successful with this method. That's one way. You buy the product yourself. The next way is free products. You simply get free products sent to you. You're in communication with the brand, but they're not paying you. They're just sending you a free product in exchange for your video or honest review or whatever. I have also done this method plenty of times, and it has also been successful. My top earning product, and you're going to see how much I earned on TikTok Shop. My top earning product on TikTok Shop was a free product collab, and I made a mind-boggling amount of money from this single product, from a single video. That's the other method. As you can see, it's also possible to do really well with this method. The third method is to do the brand deal route. Now, the brand deal route obviously is where you're getting paid in addition to getting the free product in order to make the video. Okay, so this is great because if you're doing a lot of brand deals over the course of a year, that's going to amount to a lot of extra money in your pocket if you think about it. And then how do I think about these brand deals? So I had to undergo a shift because when I was the YouTuber originally, I was charging like obscene rates for my brand deal videos on YouTube, like YouTube integrated sponsorships, just because I had like a guaranteed 20K view average. I was able to charge thousands of dollars for a single video. So I've really had to undergo a shift because now I'm creating many, many, many short videos that, I don't have a following that is seeing them. When I post these to YouTube, sometimes they're getting 15 views. When they're going on my Amazon storefront, there's no following. It's just going on the product listing for the seller. Even my TikTok Shop videos, like sometimes, yes, there's the follower count and they're going to get a few hundred views, but overall it's been quite the shift for me. It's basically gone from, 2 sponsorships could pay my bills to now I'm trying to take as many as I can, basically. And in terms of rates, here's generally what I recommend, because there's not just one rate that I could tell you, like charge this rate, but what I would recommend is those 3 categories of working with sellers that I mentioned, or sorry, not even, of acquiring products. One is buying them yourself, one is getting free products, and then it's getting paid. I would ascend through those. So start buying your own products, filming your own products. When you've gotten super comfortable with that, chances are you're going to start getting inbounds from sellers offering you free products. So start accepting free products, get in the flow of that, get really good at that. Realize that you have an incredible value to offer. And then when you're really in that flow and you're starting to be confident and maybe even overwhelmed by the amount of free products that you're getting, or you could make this transition before you're overwhelmed, start asking for money. And what I would recommend is just experiment. You could start by asking for $5 if you're not sure, and if you're not comfortable asking for more than that. I know that a lot of like the business gurus will tell you to charge as much money as you like. Think of a number that's, right below the number that's going to make you burst out laughing. That's never worked for me, because if I ask for too much money, I just get uncomfortable. So I kind of just like to go ask for what my gut is telling me. So I would go with your gut, and don't be afraid to start super low, because remember, in this particular business that I'm working on, it's we're not really going after one fat brand deal. It's kind of like we're pumping out these videos on the Amazon storefront, on TikTok Shop. So if you're doing them for free for commissions anyway, even if you're just getting $5 per video, you're getting a bigger paycheck, and you're still doing the same amount of work that you were going to do anyway. So don't be afraid to start small, see how sellers respond, and then start creeping up your rate. And, you're going to figure out on your own, I'm going to you might hit a certain price, or if you ask for that price, nobody's going to respond, or they're always going to negotiate you. So you could start to figure it out, and you could start to figure out, your own policies and procedures as well. Maybe for really expensive items that you're personally really excited to make a video about, you could charge a lower price, as opposed to a very low priced item that you couldn't give a crap about. Maybe you want to charge your full rate, and you won't be as open to negotiating. So that's kind of, and I need to mute my computer because it keeps distracting me. That's kind of what I would recommend, and how I have been thinking about brand deals, and how I've been wiggling my way through it, is just be willing to experiment, communicate with sellers, ask for a price that feels good, lower it, and increase it over time until you kind of find that sweet spot. And what I'm realizing is that it's not just going to permanently settle. This is going to be a system that we continuously refine for ourselves, and develop policies, and hone our intuition and our communication style about it over time. Okay, so that's kind of how I've been thinking about brand deals. And I think something to reemphasize is that purchasing products, getting free products, and getting brand deal products have all been super successful for me. I do want to say, and I don't have data to back this, I feel like I've made more money from products I've purchased and free products in terms of commissions. A lot of the times with the brand deals, it's not a successful product yet. So the commissions, they're coming, they're definitely building over time, but I don't think I've had a absolute banger product like I have with products I've purchased and free products, if you know what I mean. So there's absolutely no one right way to do this business, but that is kind of how I think about brand deals. And thank you to the person who asked that question. And please let me know if you have any follow-ups. Here's how much I made on freelance in December 2024. I hope this video isn't a mess. This is why I'm addicted to editing. So I have to go into my internal process and just let it go and let it be a mess. And that has been a challenge, but we're doing it. So another thing that has been a huge new facet of this business is the after sale. I actually kind of want to change this from Facebook Marketplace to resale, because while I have been focusing on Facebook Marketplace, I also just listed my first thing on eBay. So that's, I don't know how much I'm going to do that, but that product is currently listed and it does have bids on it. So that's a thing. So let me reveal the number first of all. We did $260 on resale, all Facebook Marketplace in December. What's really, really cool about this is if you have this influx of products coming in, you can open up a whole nother business to get those products out, which is to sell them on places like Facebook, eBay, or wherever you want to sell them. I might even start doing the clothing that I'm getting on Poshmark, whatever. It's a great opportunity to add more income. If I could get this consistently at $300 a month, I think that's well worth it. So that seems to be, after the first 2 months of focusing on that, that seems to be where we're hovering. This one's crazy. This one is crazy. This is the TikTok shop earnings. Let me just show you. $2,459.73. And I'll tell you, it's predominantly from a single video, which was a free product collab. And I thought nothing of this video when I made it. I just made the video with absolutely no effort, and the company put ad spend into that video, and it is converting and converting and converting and not stopping. And this came over the holiday season, so I was able to see a massive paycheck from TikTok Shop in December. I'm still not 100% sure how to do a good job at TikTok Shop. I almost feel like I got lucky, but I have been continuing to try to make videos on TikTok Shop. I am also thinking about, in 2025, prioritizing brand deals on TikTok as opposed to free products, just because when I'm taking free products, I get super overwhelmed, and I'm noticing for myself in my business, my energy is a little off when I have piles of free products. When I have a pile of products I've been paid for, I kind of feel excited and energized to blast through it and get all those videos done. But when I have a pile of free products, I'm not sure if it's going to make any money. The energy is a little off for me. So I'm thinking, if I can, and I have gotten a handful of brand deals for TikTok Shop products, nowhere nearly as many as Amazon. And the communication with TikTok Shop sellers is a little crazy. My inbox just gets flooded, and I feel like 75% of it is spam, and sellers of the same exact product will email me 25 times with the same email. So it's a little crazy, and I don't have the pulse of it like I do with Amazon brand deals, but I think at this point I have done at least 5 TikTok Shop brand deals. So it is a thing. And if I could, get a brand deal for a TikTok Shop video that literally takes me no time to make, I don't see why not add it to this income pile. I don't see why not. And yeah, and TikTok might be banned. But that's kind of my, for TikTok, just continue learning, try to focus on brand deals. When I do get those brand deals, really try to make the videos that work, and, see if I could get a pulse on this. Cause right now it feels kind of crazy. And I don't know what I'm doing. Even though I've made this much money, it felt like a fluke. So Patreon, on my journey as a creator, I went from skate channel to second channel, and I started talking a lot about spirituality and creative freedom. And I got into the meditation teaching gig. And through all that, I ended up making a Patreon just for people to support me and to have a closer community to talk about all of that stuff. And I've had this for a long time, but I just started tracking it, and I have gone through some changes on there. So that made $97.12, which is really, really appreciated. As I've started focusing on the brand deals, I've realized that getting that money from Patreon and my Patreon community, it helps me do less brand deals, which is cool. I need to do a couple less brand deals because I have those people supporting me in that community. So that's pretty cool. The one challenge that I have with Patreon, and it's similar to that challenge that I have with the multiple YouTube channels, is on my creative and business journey thus far, there's been this consistent challenge of like, where do I focus? And as I'm building this business, I kind of feel this pull to just focus on the business, which is the affiliate marketing and the brand deals. And there's this like, I'm exploring if I should kind of drop some of these hats so I could focus on the hats that are working and that can really change my life in a significant way. But there's like a soft spot in my heart for some of these other projects. So for now, I'm going to keep hanging on to all of them. So what was the total that we earned in December 2024? Damn near close to 6K, which is pretty freaking, I'll take that. I would love to see more months like that, more months like, what was this, October, where we made 4,600. I remember October I had a fat UGC gig. So that was like a $2,000 gig for multi-video gigs. So that really came through. I had nothing like that in December. It was all just like, it was like a normal month of just working hard. I will say I remember by Christmas I was like ready to collapse. Like I worked really, really hard in December, and I think you could see that paid off. I'm trying to think what other insights and learnings I haven't covered. Oh, there's actually a big one. So like I mentioned, this shift from more highly produced to quicker, less edited. I'm working on building out this studio, like I mentioned, where I can switch between shots, and it's been an absolute mess, but I have something that's workable. Like I was able to record this video here with no editing, which is huge progress. And this is a brand new skill for me, and it feels very, very messy and new, but it's also kind of exciting because I know this is just the beginning. But I'm not totally satisfied with the studio setup. I'd love to have like one of those, those YouTubers who have that banging studio setup and it just looks beautiful and their camera's always in a steady spot and they've got perfect lighting. I'd love to build a studio like that, but I think it's going to take some time and investment and learning and practice. So that's a big thing that I have as a goal in 2025, is to kind of nail down a studio so that it can enable a process that lets me just bang out videos even faster and faster and faster without having to set up the tripod and the lights and all that every time, and do as little editing as possible. And if at all possible, try to figure out how to basically never edit. That's a huge goal and intention for 2025. I do want to shout out, I found a creator. His name is Billy. I'll link him below, who has been teaching me a lot, just seeing how he does his process and thinking about things. It's almost like I discovered his content serendipitously because I was starting to take more and more brand deals, starting to be frustrated that my process was so like inefficient. And then I found his channel where it seemed like he had solved many of the problems that I have. So, and I joined his mastermind group. So if you're interested in joining that group that I'm a part of, I'll link that in the description as well. But yeah, it was cool. It was cool to find a fellow creator who sort of solved some of the problems that I'm currently having and that I am going to work on fixing. But yeah, I'm diving in. I'm all into this business. If you can't tell, I'm 2025. I have my eyes set on exactly what you see here. The affiliate earnings on Amazon and TikTok, the YouTube channel, hopefully building out that review channel to get monetized. That's another big goal. I'm hoping to hit 1,000 subscribers before Q4 2025 so I can take advantage of the ad revenue. There's nothing really I can do but keep posting videos. So we'll just see if I happen to meet that goal. Building out the brand deals and actually building relationships and working with sellers. That's another huge component I'm focusing on. Building out the resale part of the business and trying to increase my efficiency, developing a system for like when I'm done shooting a product, get it listed up on Facebook right away. Because right now I'm having a problem where there's a big backlog of products and I'm forgetting about products that aren't listed and they're just taking up space. And, I'm just in this little apartment in New York City. So I got to get super clever and work really hard at honing the system for the after sale process. But really, I think the theme of this video, what my main thing is and what I want to work on is getting the gear in place and the systems in place so I can just be in a really good flow with this business instead of being stuck and overwhelmed. I want to really get into that flow. I think that's sort of my main bottleneck right now, and I'd be curious to see where I could take this if I am free of that bottleneck. So setting up the studio, being efficient with tracking and processes and listing stuff for sale and all of that is my main intention. Like I said, I want to get the channel monetized, but that's mostly what I'm thinking about. And I'm going to continue thinking about whether I want to continue wearing all these hats, like that new YouTube channel I mentioned. I forgot if I even talked about that. I think I did. Because sometimes I get a little bit overwhelmed by how much I'm doing, but I'm also kind of here for it and loving it. Like, this side hustle channel, sometimes I'm like, it's overwhelming that I have that channel too. But if I stick with it over time, I could see how it could tie right on into this whole business, get some ad revenue, maybe start my own sort of coaching. Well, I have coaching. I have one-on-one calls if you're interested. But right now, just gonna keep going with everything and continue to feel it out. So that is my process. I feel the need to apologize for how messy this video was, but I'm not going to, because hopefully there's a lot of value in here for wherever you're at on your journey with your business. So please let me know, how did your December go in this business? What are the main pieces of your business that you're excited about working on, thinking about, whether it's Amazon, influencer, TikTok shop, whatever it is. Let me know in the comments. If you have any questions, please let me know. I don't know if I'm going to post more than once a month on this channel, but I would love to continue fielding your questions because they really inspire me to sort of share these pockets of experience that I've garnered that are just, in the back of my brain that I won't share unless I have a question. So please ask me your questions. And I think that's it. Happy New Year. I'll see you next time. Bye.